Welcome to today's explainer. If math sometimes feels like a giant puzzle, you are absolutely in the right place. I'm going to be your personal tutor today, and we're embarking on a clear, step-by-step visual journey to completely master subtraction. You know, subtraction is really just finding the difference between two numbers, right? Anytime you take items away from a group or need to figure out how much of something is left, you're using subtraction. And my goal today? To make this literally second nature for you. We're going to use clear, real-world visual examples so you can see exactly how these numbers behave. So take a deep breath, get comfortable, and let's master this whole shebang together.
To keep things completely stress-free, here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the language of subtraction, move into the item removal method, jump into the number line method, tackle vertical subtraction and regrouping, and then we'll wrap up by practicing together. Knowing what's coming is half the battle, right? Okay, let's dive right in. Section 1, the language of subtraction, knowing the terms. Because before we can solve anything, we need to know what we're looking at.
Let's look at the very first number in our equation, which we call the minuend. In this case, it's the 7. This is the initial amount you start with. Think of it like, well, the total amount of cash in your wallet before you buy anything. It's the whole collection of whatever we're looking at before a single thing gets taken away. Minuend equals your starting line. Next up is the subtrahend. That's the 3 right here. Now the minus sign just tells us that subtraction is happening, but the subtrahend itself, that is the exact quantity being taken away. So if the minuend was your total money, the subtrahend is the cost of that coffee you're buying. It's the precise amount we're removing from our initial group.
And finally, we arrive at the difference, which is the 4. This is our final result. It's the change left over in your pocket. By locking down these 3 terms, minuend, subtrahend, and difference, we make sure we are all speaking the exact same math language as we tackle these problems. Moving right along to Section 2, the item removal method, seeing it happen. Let's look at how subtraction translates into actual actions in the real world.
I want you to imagine 5 distinct blocks sitting right in front of you on a desk. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These blocks represent our minuend, our initial untouched starting amount.
Now physically remove 2 of those blocks from the table, just crossing them out. Those 2 blocks, that is our subtrahend. And to find the difference, we just count the remaining uncrossed blocks. 1, 2, 3. See how that physical process translates perfectly into the math equation? 5 minus 2 equals 3. It's as simple as that.
Next up, Section 3, the number line method. Jumping backward, because if you don't have physical objects lying around, you can always map things out visually.
This brilliantly illustrates subtraction sequentially. Step 1, we locate our minuend, 7, over on the right. And because our subtrahend is 3, we're going to jump backward to the left exactly 3 spaces. Let's do it. 1 jump to 6, 2 jumps to 5, 3 jumps to 4. We land right on 4. It's just incredibly satisfying to literally trace the math like that.
Okay, moving to Section 4, vertical subtraction and regrouping. I like to call this the boss level. For larger numbers, doing it in our heads gets pretty complicated, so we stack them. You're doing great, by the way. We'll take this one careful step at a time.
Let's look at 42 minus 17. The numbers are stacked vertically by place value. 10s on the left, 1s on the right. But if we analyze the 1s column first, we hit a hurdle right away. We have a 2 on top and a 7 on the bottom. We simply don't have enough 1s to take 7 away. So how do we solve this? We use regrouping.
To get more value into our 1s column, we literally just visit the neighbor next door in the 10s column. We take one of those 4 10s, which leaves 3 behind. Then we break down that 1 10 into 10 individual 1s. It's exactly like trading a $10 bill for 10 singles. We add those to the 2 1s we already had, giving us a grand total of 12 1s. Now, our top numbers safely become 3 and 12, and our columns are perfectly adjusted for subtraction.
Now for the fun part, we calculate. Step 1, in our 1s column, 12 minus 7 leaves a difference of 5. Step 2, over in our 10s column, 3 minus 1 leaves 2. Combine them together, and our final result is 25. By simply shifting value across the columns, you have absolutely conquered the boss level. Great job.
And that brings us to Section 5. Let's practice together. Your turn. You've built an amazing visual toolkit today, from jumping on number lines to multi-digit regrouping. Now it's your chance to shine. Here are 3 practice exercises straight from today's lesson. Grab a piece of paper and jot these down. Exercise 1 is 6 minus 4. Try using the item removal method for that one. Exercise 2 is 9 minus 3. You might want to visualize a number line and jump backward there. And exercise 3 is 35 minus 16. I'll give you a little hint on this one. Look closely at the ones column. You're definitely going to need those shiny new regrouping skills we just went over.
So which of these 3 quiz exercises would you like to work through together next? As you tackle them, think about this. Every single time you balance a budget, measure ingredients for a recipe, or even figure out how much time you have left before an appointment, you're using this exact visual logic. Subtraction isn't really about taking things away, it's about uncovering exactly what remains. So what else in your life can you decode with these exact same steps?